you. Yes, it is a good morning, 17 minutes after 7 o'clock. It is the middle of May, 15th day of May 2014, and looks a little overcast if you ask me. Dan Martone sitting in for Robin McLean, still up in New York on the opening day of the September 11th Memorial, by the way. Good morning, Dan. How you doing?
Good morning, Larry. I'm doing good.
Yeah, I just noticed that in the news this morning. Robin told me something about it, and I for some reason thought she was talking about something that's still off in the future, but it's today, the opening of the museum and the memorial, and I'll tell you, I'm speaking reluctantly because I'm not sure I got it exactly right. But
okay, we'll look it up.
But it's today.
We'll check the internet.
It is today. Well, I have it already.
Okay.
In my vast amount of paperwork.
Somewhere.
It is in here somewhere.
Yeah, I know, right?
So we got a good show planned. Yesterday we had fun. Went into the mall to the Chick-fil-A with Joe, and I played the accordion, and he tried to get people to do the chicken dance.
Well, that worked out pretty well, actually.
Yeah.
We noticed we were here late last night, and about 8-something, we walked over, and there was some little kids doing the chicken dance.
Oh, really?
To get an ice cream. Yep.
Oh, that is cool.
So it was pretty good.
That is cool. So the word got around, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that is excellent. Let me tell you what we're doing this morning. At 7:35, first of all, let me tell you something, and this is a little teaser. Because after I get done telling you what we're going to do, we'll come back to this.
All right.
The New York Post agrees with you.
It does.
It does.
Well, fantastic. Do I get to check
I
that?
don't.
No.
On this one issue.
Okay. What does the New York
And
Post
I don't
say?
agree with the New York Post.
Well, obviously, if I agree with the New York Post and you don't agree with me, then it's
So I'll leave you in the dark.
like a math problem, isn't it?
I'll leave you in the dark as to what that's about, but we'll get to that in just a second.
If Dan agrees with the New York Post, and he has 7 apples,
I thought it was a great debate topic, but it's really not.
why not?
Because you'll see in a second.
Well, if you disagree and I agree, that's a debate.
You know what? It is a good debate topic, but not that good.
Oh, okay.
The really good debate topic is at 7:35.
Is there something about the Kardashians or something?
No. At 7:35, I want to talk about an editorial, an opinion piece in the Wall Street Journal, and it has to do with the.
Do they agree with
the
me?
Keystone? I would think you agree with them on this one.
Okay.
I would think you agree with them that the Keystone Pipeline should be open because even if it did spill, it would be less disastrous than if a train carrying oil spilled.
Yes. And the money that we're going to save on the fuel can go to make up for the oil cleanup that we spilled.
So while many people say the Wall Street Journal leans to the left or whatever you want to say, hey, I'm agreeing with them on this article, and I'll tell you what the article says. It's
okay.
It's not an article. It's an editorial. A big difference. Well, there used to be anyway.
News has changed.
Anyway, so I know. News reporting has changed. Yeah. So 7:35, we'll talk about that, and there you go. J. Des Marteau at 8:20. I know Galen hates our 8:20s, but he is continuing our discussion on small business. He's with TD Banks. He's the head of small business over there, and come on and tell us what they do and how they get money to people who've got a good idea.
In a small business association?
Yep.
That's pretty good.
This is Small Business Week right now.
It is. It is also Read Your Children a Book Week or something like that?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
How many weeks can you have in a... I mean, is there a limit? And who assigns them?
No, not at all.
I mean, is this a presidential order?
I think Dance Like a Chicken Day should be Dance Like a Chicken Week. That's what I think.
Who can order that? Who do we talk to? Do we have a petition?
I have no
you get
idea.
1,500 signatures, and it's
I have no idea.
Write your pen in blue week. Write with a blue pen.
News bites at 8:35. We'll take the news from around the world, around the nation, around the state, and around town. We'll read it bite size.
Nice.
Hank comes in today. Hank Whittier. He's the executive director of Veterans Helping Veterans, and he does exactly that every single day.
Every day.
Veterans News is the show, and that's at 9:05. 9:35, Jermaine Parra is coming on. Jermaine has written a book called Searching for the Caravan, A Reconciliation with Love, Science, and Divinity. It's his memoir. So.
Say what?
I know.
That's going to be
We'll find out then.
Yeah.
Metaphysical tools to help restore balance and energy. It borderlines with religion.
Well, we're going to find out.
I'm all ears on these things.
Yeah. Well, has he got a bracelet or some kind of wrist thing you put on for the balance? You know, you see those all the time.
I've seen them.
I'm wearing a bracelet, so I'm balanced now.
Let's talk golf. Darren. Well, Darren might come in.
Yeah, Darren's going to be here.
He is?
Well, sometimes he does come in.
Very rarely, but last time he did come in. Jim Beckett is usually the one who shows up, and Jim, of course, will answer your golf questions. He's the founder of the Golf College. He's the only golf instructor I ever had.
Jim Missy just took a lesson over the weekend.
Did she?
Yeah, and
But she took one with us too, didn't she? Back in the way, or was she not there?
No, she was there, but it wasn't really a one-on-one golf lesson.
Oh, okay.
And this actually worked on her swing, and it was incredible. I've been yelling at her for years to do it the wrong way.
And Jim fixed it?
He did in 45 minutes.
Oh, wow.
He fixed
that's fun.
Years of damage.
I will make sure that comes up in today's show.
He did.
Reverend Mark J. Cares is coming on. I must tell you, I don't necessarily agree with what he wants to talk about. He's written a book called "Speaking the Truth in Love to Mormons." He feels like the Mormons, are being misled by John Smith. I don't agree with the whole John Smith thing, but I don't like,
So he's speaking the truth to Mormons. So he is against what they stand for.
He's against, the Book of Mormon.
He's against the Book of Mormon. So we're going to hear why he's against it.
I suppose so, and I'm sure he'll also tell us how to lovingly persuade your Mormon friends to just get rid of that extra part of your belief, because they believe in the Holy Bible, but they also have the Book of Mormon. It's kind of like
Is that where the 4 wives come in?
I don't know. I'm not really sure.
I don't know.
You get people mad at us. I honestly, I don't know.
That's okay. That's what we do.
But I have a hard time with this because everybody's got their own. Everybody believes that they're right.
Just direct your letters to Larry Whitler at WOCA.
This guy's on everything, though. He's on Fox. He's on CBS. He's making the rounds. So now he's on this show, AM Ocala Live.
All right. Well, they get him some crudo. Yeah. Once you're on ESPN, Fox, and CBS, we'll have you on and we'll mess with your head.
And on Ocala Health today, we have a Dr. Nelson. I don't know his first name, but Dr. Nelson is coming in to talk to us about insomnia.
Oh, okay.
If you don't get enough sleep, why you should get enough sleep.
We just did a report on that yesterday.
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was sleeping.
Okay. All right.
All right. So let me tell you some talking points today. First of all, they know where Casey Kasem is.
Really?
Yeah, they know where Casey Kasem is.
Are you going to let us in on that or later?
He's in the state of Washington somewhere.
He's in the U.S. then?
Yeah, he's found in Washington State. They don't know exactly
where.
Flee
far enough, apparently.
The Kitsap County Sheriff's deputies found him and his wife yesterday at an address provided by California Adult Protective Services. So somewhere in Kitsap County in the state of Washington.
Wow.
Locally,
she's in trouble.
Locally, some sad news. Dee Brown passed away.
I heard that this morning.
She was the supervisor of elections for 25 years, I think.
She's only 68.
Only 68, yeah. Apparently she was sick. She was up in Shands Hospital. I must say that we had Dee Brown in the studio maybe twice in the course of the years to do interviews with us. But it wasn't the interviews as much as it was what she provided for us in media. Now, I know she provided everybody something different. If you were running for office, I'm sure you were appreciating her work as well. But we in media, let me tell you something just real quickly about Dee Brown. It's kind of like George Albright is now, very, very open to allowing us in media to get information from them. Mm-hmm. Now, right now, if you wanted to know the election results, you could go on through the internet.
Yeah.
Not always the case. There was a time when you kind of had to go down there.
What?
You had to go down there.
No.
And she allowed us to do remote broadcasts from the supervisor of elections office.
What is this crazy time you speak of? No internet.
Right. And so we would go down there and we'd be sitting next to the other radio station people and the place would be filled
with... Hey, Bob. Hey, Jim.
Yeah, right. Well, all of us, radio geeks would be kind of together trying to understand the numbers that were coming in. And they were always... And here's one thing. For the new journalists, radio people, whoever, especially radio people, but... there was always confusion. Like if a candidate won in Marion County,
yeah,
it was quite often reported that the candidate won.
That's a problem.
That was a problem.
Yeah, because you have a lot of other counties where they didn't win.
Exactly.
Especially Orange County.
And you could hear them because you'd be sitting in the room and you'd hear, the other radio guy saying, well, it's official now. Candidate X is the winner.
Yeah.
And you'd have to go, geez, do I tell him?
You smack him in the head.
Do I dummy? Tell him?
I was like Kurt Kelly. Remember, he won Marion County but lost Orange.
and I don't know what but she made it easy is what I wanted to say, and this is more about her than about our tomfoolery and our silliness in radio. But
was her illness? Was it? Did they know it was coming?
I don't know. I don't know that. I know that people all over the community, including I'm sorry, I'm forgetting his name. Wesley Cox. Am I saying his name right? Wesley Wilcox. Thank you. He obviously is heartbroken by this. I saw Nancy Stacy posted something. She's heartbroken by this. Kathy Bryant, I saw she posted something on Facebook, heartbroken. So our condolences to all the friends and family of Dee Brown.
Of course. And our thanks
if she can hear us in heaven. She made it easy for us and was always cordial. So.
It was nice when I went down there. It was always nice. The place was clean.
Yeah. And you guys did a broadcast from there also. But you went there, but the internet age had already begun. So
it had, but we went down there to get a lay of the land and get a feel because the journalists were still there. See who was showing up because the politicians actually go there and they come there to see the results. Although they could sit at home, everybody gathered at the one place. It was still almost a tradition to gather at one place and congratulate each other and then leave and go somewhere else.
So anyway, I just wanted to make sure I didn't want to neglect to say something outside of the formal news delivery, just to kind of let our listeners know that we. Gosh, I don't know. Our prayers, our condolences. I never know what to say when somebody dies, but clearly this was a lady who made it easy for us in this business. All right, let's go to the phone. Good morning. You're on the air. Are you there? What happened?
They said,
I know I answered the phone. Good morning. You're on the air.
Oh, okay, I'm here.
Hey.
I just got to say this about Dee Brown. I had the opportunity. I knew Dee Brown and Jerry before she even became supervisor of elections. But I got to tell you this story about Dee. I don't know if you know. I was chair for many years of the Good Government Group at Ocala Regional Medical while an employee. I also was president of NAACP. And when they had deputy registrars and everything, Dee Brown was the first person to encourage me and to help me do voter registration all over Marion County. We used to do it almost every month for a while there at Ocala Regional Medical. We'd set up in the lobby. She would give me materials. She made sure as a matter of fact, she was one of the first ones. She started a course if you wanted to be deputized to be a registrar, and I took that course. It was very thorough, and she made sure you knew the election laws and that you did it properly.
Well, what does that get? What is a registrar?
What they do is they used to have like what they call deputy registrars, and you could do voter registration anywhere. You get the kit and the materials. You took the course, and they would like deputize you and everything.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that. We're up against the clock, though, but I appreciate that. But
she was great. My condolences go out to her and her family.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. And that's just one thing I wouldn't have known about because I'm on a different end of everything. All right, thank you, Lenny. All right, we've got to move forward. Fox News coming up, and we'll continue our chat. Don't worry. There's Lenny hanging up. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Steve Rappaport. Rushing to beat the flames.
It can change, and all of a sudden, it just seems like we're going to be safe, and we're not. So we just packed everything, and we're out of there.
At least 9 wildfires scorching San Diego County.
The fire behind Cal State San Marcos burned into the night. Other structures burned up in Carlsbad, though authorities were able to save many homes there. The governor's declared a state of emergency, which has allowed more resources to be sent, and they need it. More hot, dry weather is in the forecast today, though hopefully less wind.
Fox Radio's Jessica Rosenthal. Tough questions await Veterans Affairs Secretary Eric Shinseki on Capitol Hill today.
Lawmakers are demanding answers about accusations veterans hospitals lied about wait times and delayed treatment at one clinic, the behavior linked to dozens of deaths. The White House has said President Obama still has confidence in his Veterans Affairs Secretary.
Fox Radio's Jared Halpern. The captain and 3 crew members of the sunken South Korean ferry charged with homicide. Fox News. We report, you decide.
There's more to Fox News Radio than meets the ear. Go behind the headlines and join the conversation on the hottest stories of the day on the Fox News Radio Facebook page. Be a part of the Fox News Radio Facebook fan community. Post comments and tell us your opinions. See behind-the-scenes photos and videos and post your reactions to the stories that matter to you. Click the like button on Facebook and connect with breaking news and features like Fox in the Fast Lane, House Call for Help, and more. Go to Facebook.com/Fox News Radio.
Weeknights, we're busting out a brand new lineup. First, market fraud, government abuse, corruption. At 5, nothing's off limits on money with Melissa Francis. Then, from bloated bank fees to consumer scams. At 6, Jerry's exposing the issues impacting your wallet. Plus, get smart market insight and trusted analysis you won't find anywhere else. At 7, Lou Dobbs is all business. And the first and last name in business, Cavuto, shedding light on the biggest stories making headlines at 8. Only on the Fox Business Network, giving you.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
When a woman quits her career to have kids, she's typically leaving during her highest earning years. In a case of divorce, she should be compensated for what she gave up. Instead of a day off, plan a stop day, a day when we completely cease all labors and relax. The longest amount of time both of you can be silent before the moment becomes officially awkward, 4 seconds.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Earn an income and regain your health.
My name is Dave. I've been a type 2 diabetic for about 20 years. Before I was introduced to the product, my sugar was running in the 200s. Now it's anywhere between 80 and 100, and I earn $500 to $1,000 a month.
I lowered my cholesterol 100 points. Because I shared with other people, I've been able to be a stay-at-home mom. I've earned over $100,000 a year, and I've been able to travel the world with this company. I am very excited.
I'm Paul. I had a son with 60 food allergies, and he's done wonderful. I got laid off after a 24-year career. We started working this full-time. Within a year and a half, we had $4,000 or $5,000 profit every month. Recently, we had 1 month that went over $12,000. We love this company.
Do you need more income? The science of epigenetics is getting attention from the medical community, National Cancer Institute, American Heart Association, and others. Call Arlene and Dave 352-239-1032. 352-239-1032.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Life jackets save lives. Where in Florida? More clouds and sun today. Warm and humid with a couple of showers and thunderstorms. The high 82 to 86. Showers will linger along the coast this evening, then mostly cloudy overnight with some clearing by daybreak. Lows ranging from 60 of them to 70 on the beaches. Tomorrow will turn out mostly sunny and pleasant with lower humidity. The high 78 to 82. For Saturday, sunshine and pleasant. The high 81 to 85. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services. When your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements, from damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
Thank you, Joe. 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. It is kind of overcast, and I guess we do have some rain in the forecast for today. I just heard a drop right there, as a matter of fact. Did you hear it?
Yes.
It went bloop.
Yeah, I did. That's incredible.
There's another one. There's another drop right there. We got a few things I wanted to make sure we mentioned before we get into, I guess, the serious topic of this segment, which is the Keystone Pipeline. First of all, I promised to tell you something that you agree on the Post. You and the Post agree on something.
Okay.
So I'll get to that. But first, let me tell you this.
Whose Post is this again?
The New York Post.
New York Post. They had posts and blogs before we had blogs and posts.
You see, that's where I make a mistake a lot. I'll say the Post or the Times, and I realize obviously there's more than one Post, there's more than one time. What's interesting about the New York Post is that it somehow has become respected. It used to be the tabloid paper. It used to be the one that who said it? The Post? You can't depend on that.
So in 20 years from now, the Inquirer is going to be... the go-to place for
news. The Globe, right?
Yeah.
Today there is a ribbon cutting over at Kimberly Center for Child Protection.
Oh, that is today. What time?
Today at 1 o'clock.
All right, thank you.
And this is the Chamber and Economic Partnerships event, and they're inviting everybody to go down there and congratulate them for their new place, which is 2800 Northeast 14th Street.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where is that?
Next to the Winn-Dixie Shopping Plaza on Northeast 14th Street.
That'll work. Right off of 25th.
I wonder if they're taking over the old, it was an art store.
Is it still Winn-Dixie?
Yeah.
Well, I thought they were switching everything to Sweet Bays.
The other way around. Sweet Bay became Winn-Dixie.
Oh, so all the Sweet Bays are Winn-Dixie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But there used to be an art store over there called Red Swan. And I'm wondering if that's the building they're taking over, because that was a pretty big building. So.
Did you ever see the movie Winn-Dixie?
Yes.
Any good?
Because of Winn-Dixie.
Yeah?
Yeah, I loved it.
Is it? I never saw it.
Very. See, I saw when you didn't see it.
I know.
Tomorrow there's a ribbon cutting also. This is for Small Cakes Ocala. This is a cupcake bakery. They are opening right here on 200 across from Dillard's in the Bonefish Grill Plaza. The ribbon cutting will be at 3 p.m. Go congratulate them on opening a small business. We'll be speaking about small businesses.
Okay, if you're there, you have to save me a cupcake. I'll be on the golf course. We're doing a charity tournament for Life South.
Okay.
So I'm going to need some cupcakes.
All right.
So if you're there, just get some cupcakes, drop them off by the studio.
And if you are saying, you know what, I'd like to have a ribbon cutting at my business, then all you need to do is join the Chamber and Economic Partnership and schedule one, and we'll be glad to announce it for you. Call them for the information. Their number is 629-8051.
Our very own Tom James is a part of the chamber over there. He can help you out.
Is he really our own?
Yes.
Is he really ours?
Anybody that walks in my studio is mine. If they're in here, they're ours.
The National September 11th Memorial Museum in New York opens today.
The what now?
The National September 11th Memorial Museum in New York City opens today.
Oh, is that right? Is that in the basement of the new tower?
You know what? I think your basement, I don't know. It's underground,
area?
I think.
Yeah.
I think it is underground, yes.
Wait, well, what would you call it? Area underground? Garage?
It's a museum. I don't know.
Basement? I mean.
I don't know. You know who would know?
It's a beam.
Robin would know. She's up there.
Oh, is she going to go see it?
I don't know.
It opens today?
This will be the first. It will first open its doors for the 9/11 community. Those are the survivors, families, and rescuers. And it will open next Wednesday to the general public. Okay, so she couldn't go today anyway.
Oh, okay. She can go next Wednesday, though. Might delay her flight by a week.
You're right. She'll be back here.
Yeah, she'll be no problem.
So that's why she told me. Okay, that's why I was thinking it was in the future. So it's opening today, but not for the general public. Next Wednesday, it opens to the general public. 12,500 objects are in that museum. 1,995 oral histories. 580 hours of film and video.
Wow.
All right.
Is there going to be the controversial points about it, or is it just the evidence?
You know what? I don't know.
That's still very debatable.
I don't know.
That's going to be for the rest of.
All right. So here's where you and the New York Post agree. Are you ready for this?
Big government bad.
The New York Post, long a thorn in actor Alec Baldwin's side, is expressing sympathy for the 30 Rock star after police gave him a ticket for bicycling the wrong way on Fifth Avenue in New York City. It's a one-way street, by the way.
One-way street.
They're almost all one-way streets. The same paper that calls Baldwin the bloviator writes on its editorial page that we never thought we'd say so, but Alec Baldwin has a point.
Wow.
Which is what you said. Mm-hmm. But I disagree with both of you.
Because you're the law of the law.
No, let me explain and see if I can change your mind.
I am the law.
I can't change the Post's mind because they're not in the room. Let's see if I can change your mind. Okay, they say Baldwin is right to resent what he called the mismanaged carnival of stupidity. This is what they wrote.
Well,
at least with regard to the selective enforcement of traffic laws on cyclists. That, according to the editorial page in the New York Post.
Well, I can't speak for all other cyclist portions, but I can speak for this one.
Now, they say they did have a right, the police did have a right to arrest him for disorderly conduct.
And why was he disorderly? Because he had his bike shorts on, and they wanted ID because he's going up the wrong way on a bicycle.
Right.
So that's not disorderly. That's frustrated, annoying, and correct.
Okay.
That doesn't count as disorderly. That's just another excuse for, we're going to root you.
You're not getting an argument out of me on that. What you're going to get an argument out of me on is this.
Okay.
This is where we disagree.
Okay, I'm ready.
Now, correct me if this is not your point.
Okay.
Yesterday, I think you made the point that the policeman should use discretion and not give a ticket?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I should. Okay. One, there's 2 points to this, 2 phases. One, do we not have any better things to do with our tax money than worry about what way you're going on a bloody bicycle? There's a guy getting shot 4 blocks down from there, a girl getting raped, and a drug deal going down. But no, you're going the wrong way on a bicycle. That's a great way to spend the taxpayers' money. That's all I'm going to say right there.
All right. Now, everything you said is a great point if you make it to the legislators. If you make it to a police officer, you're talking to the dog in the yard.
But he's not a dog. He's a human being. He is a man with a mind, a brain, and common sense should take over and say, this is stupid. I'm an idiot. Let's fix this.
Now, you weren't there.
No, I wasn't.
So you don't know if that police officer did do exactly what you're wanting him to do, but instead said, okay, you're just out of control. You're under arrest, pal.
Out of control. You're going the wrong way on a bike. Maybe a couple words. Hey, I just want to let you know.
I said you weren't there. So it's possible the police officer stopped him with every intention of saying, hey, I don't know if you realize you're going the wrong way. Maybe didn't even know this guy was famous. What difference would that make?
No. And I'm not saying that he deserves any special treatment.
But my point is, a police officer, a law enforcement officer, is hired to do one thing: enforce the law.
Serve and protect.
Serve and protect by enforcing the law. Serve and protect by enforcing the law.
I disagree.
Really?
I do.
What do you think a law enforcement officer is hired to do?
I think he's there to serve and protect. And he is...
How? How do you serve and protect?
Because he can be objective to the law.
Who? Whose law? Whose law?
There are laws on the books right now.
Who puts them there?
Stupid people.
No, legislators put them there.
I hear you. I understand.
Legislators put them there.
There's a rule in the book that says you can't have an elephant in your bathtub. There's a rule in the book that says you can't have an elephant in your bathtub. Do you think that gets enforced?
It could.
Do you think the law that you can only have missionary sex is going to be enforced?
It could.
No.
It could.
Because common sense takes over, and you're not going into somebody's bedroom and saying...
So why have a law enforcement officer then? Why have a police force?
Because there's common sense for larger laws, for laws that
and
make sense.
Let me let you know something. Police officers, for the most part, do exactly what you're saying.
Yes, and they do. That most of them do. All the ones that I know they have common sense. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I got better things to do than waste my time.
But again, you weren't there. You don't know if Alec Baldwin acting up was what made him use the violation. The police officer used the violation of the law to justify what he did.
Was he a rookie?
I don't know. What difference does that make?
They have a little more. When you get the rookies, they have something to prove. They're out there. They get a little more adrenaline. Whereas the veteran cops are
you're taking this to a different place. Yeah. My point is real simple. That a law enforcement officer's job is to enforce the law. If you don't like the law, you go to the people who made the law. If the dog is barking in the yard because the guy inside has no control over his dog.
You go to the guy inside. I hear you.
Go to the guy inside.
But this is not a dog. He's a human being.
Well, you know what? I don't see why my metaphor doesn't work here.
Because he's not a dog.
All right.
He can make decisions.
The soldier at the gate.
Make decisions. I'm not going to gun down the child.
The soldier at the gate won't let you through, even though he knows you look like the son of the king. Okay?
Yeah.
You say, I am the son of the king. He says, you know what? You look like the son of the king, but my instructions are to keep everybody out. I have no exception to the rule in my book here.
There's no damage here. Is he bleeding? Is he dying? I'm going to let him in.
Why? Why would you let him in?
Because he's bleeding and dying, and he's a human being.
Oh, if he's bleeding and dying.
That's what I said.
Okay.
If not, then I'm not. There's no damage here. He got damaged.
We're not even arguing about the real thing I want to argue about. I want to argue about the Keystone. Okay. Well, actually, we don't have an argument on the Keystone pipeline.
Well, wait. Let's go back to Alec just for a second.
No, that's all right.
He was damaged by this. He had to pay a fine. It's now on record for bicycling the wrong way.
Right.
He was inconvenienced and had to pay a fine.
Right.
You don't think that's ridiculous? If this law.
Well, wait a minute. I didn't say I didn't think it was ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
I was defending the police officer doing his job.
That's an excuse. I still think that's an excuse.
Oh,
I was doing my job. Yeah, well, your job, what if your job was to raid a village and you were a part of the army?
Do you know what I think is ridiculous?
What?
That people spend years in prison because they have a little bit of marijuana.
Yes, absolutely ridiculous.
I don't think it's the policeman's fault, though. The policeman pulls over a car. The kid in the car has a joint.
Yeah.
The policeman arrests him for having that joint. You know why? Because marijuana is against the law. The policeman takes the child, the kid, the young driver, whatever age he is, into the police station and says, tell it to the judge.
Yeah.
So you get before the judge and you say, Your Honor, I think it's a stupid law. You know what Your Honor says? He says, but this is the place where we enforce the law.
That's the No. See, the courtroom is the place where they interpret the law.
Okay. Good point. So I will back off on that one. But the truth is, the policeman, which is what I'm focusing on this Alec Baldwin case, was doing his job.
Oh, I agree. I agree with that part. He was doing his job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the guy is riding the wrong way on the street.
Yep.
The policeman does his job. You could say it's a stupid law, or you could say...
Everybody says it's a stupid law.
Well, maybe there's somebody out there who says, you know what, it's not so stupid.
It's a stupid law.
Maybe it's not so stupid. Maybe it saves lives by having everybody go the right direction.
Oh, I'm sure there are people that will say that, yeah.
Well, why wouldn't it be? I could make that argument.
I'm on a bicycle.
You couldn't make that argument?
No, it's a bicycle.
Everybody going the same direction is safer.
If I'm human-powered, there's no rule. This is ridiculous. It's a human-powered vehicle. You can only go so fast. You only do so. It's a bicycle.
So what's the conclusion? Did I change your mind at all?
Oh, no, absolutely.
Really?
Yes.
So you don't think a policeman's job is to enforce the law?
No.
What do you think his job is to do?
Serve and protect. If
How?
the law is
How?
wrong,
How?
If the law is unjust.
How do you serve and protect if you're not going to enforce the law?
You got a brain. You got to use it somewhere. You have to interpret that. You got to use your best judgment to interpret that law. Look, the guy was on a bicycle going the wrong way. Okay, maybe I'll give him a warning. Just let him know. There's a reason that during high traffic hours, whatever, do some explanation. Do you know that if people say the word because, it lowers the defenses because you're giving a reason. You're acting like a human and not a robot. What you're doing is being a robot at that point. Do you think
it's a good law that women are prohibited from being topless here at the Paddock Mall?
Not really. No.
That's not a good law.
Not so much.
Okay, I agree. I don't think it's a good law.
Yeah.
I think a woman who gets arrested for being topless here at the Paddock Mall, that is crazy to give her a record just for that.
Yep, I
that
agree.
Makes no sense to me at all.
I agree 100%.
But a policeman who sees the woman naked right here in the Paddock Mall, or topless, would arrest her. You know why? Because it's against the law.
Okay, two things.
Would
he arrest her?
Yes.
Why wouldn't he say, hey, come with me, let's get covered up. Let me make you aware of what this law is. Is she hurting anyone? Is there something in danger? Is there a life in danger because she's topless? No. So let's use some common sense here. Let's not put a record on her. Let's get her covered up. We'll explain to her. Now, at that point...
Is that his job?
Yes, that is his job. To inform the public.
All right, let me change it now. It's not a topless woman. It's an absolutely, totally naked man.
Yeah.
Walking into the mall.
Yeah.
Getting ready to walk into the mall.
Same rules apply.
Same rules.
Yeah. It's ugly. I don't want to see it, mind you, but I'm not going to throw the guy in jail right away.
Second time.
I'm going to find out.
It's the second time he's done it.
Well, it's baseball.
3 strikes, you're out?
Yeah.
So the second time, hey, I told you twice. If you do this again, you're arrested, man.
Pretty much, yeah.
Really?
Now, the second time, though,
Really?
I'm going to look at some mental instabilities. I'm going to see why did
It's
he
not
do
your
this?
job.
It is my job.
No, it's not. Your job is to enforce the law.
No.
Since when? Since the
does
a police officer take an oath? Since when does a policeman take an oath
to protect and
to
serve?
be a psychiatrist?
Not a psychiatrist. I'm going to refer him to a psychiatrist.
Oh, no, a policeman's job is to take somebody who has violated the law and let the judge sort it out.
That's a long, drawn-out process that can ruin lives and has done so many, many times. Why not take him? Why isn't there an intermediate program? Take this guy.
Why not change the law?
Take this guy. Yes, agreed. That's a very, very long and drawn-out process, and you know how hard that is. So you take that law, and you take it, and you take this guy that's offended whatever law it is, and you bring him to this intermediate area that says, what happened here? Nobody was in danger. Again, now I'm saying no danger. There's no danger to human people, property, or anything like that. If there is, we're talking a different story here.
All right. So, okay. So let me give you another point, and then I guess we'll have to go. Or take a couple calls if you want.
We got them lined up.
We have no Keystone Pipeline discussion because everybody agrees with the Wall Street Journal. The Keystone Pipeline should be in place.
Okay, two things, though, on that. I just read an article that said it got stopped.
What stopped?
The Keystone Pipeline. It's dead.
It's not dead.
The chances for the Senate vote to approve the Keystone Pipeline died.
Yeah, but it could be up again.
Along with the energy efficiency bill.
It could be up again.
Victim of Congress' inability to do anything regarding the energy policy.
Yes, and it could be up again.
And that's by the Washington Post.
All right. So anyway, getting back to this.
Okay.
Your job is as a police officer. You're a police officer.
Yes, I am.
All right. The money you bring home to feed your children comes from the work you do. Your job is to enforce the law, and you're out on the street and you see Alec Baldwin going the wrong way on a one-way street on a bicycle.
Yep.
Okay. Your supervisor, whatever you call him, the guy who oversees you, is across the street.
So he is.
He knows that you see Alec Baldwin going the wrong way.
Very good.
If you do not enforce the law that you were hired to enforce,
then I'm going to get fired.
You violated the law yourself.
Oh, then I'm going to get arrested.
You could be.
Wow.
It could be.
This is tyranny.
No, it's not.
We're stepping into tyranny.
No, it's not.
Yes, we are. I'm going to get arrested for not doing my job now.
No, you're getting arrested for breaking the law.
Yeah, I broke the law. That's ridiculous. Okay, yeah, that's tyranny.
Hey, same as the Affordable Health Care Act.
Again, nobody's in life of danger. Yeah, and yes, and the Affordable Care Act is tyranny. Absolutely, it's extortion. It's tyranny. It's communist. It's fascism.
Forces you, to buy insurance or pay a fine.
Yeah. Not or pay a fine or go to jail. Let's skip the steps.
No.
If you don't pay that fine, what happens?
If you don't pay the fine, you go to jail.
So all I'm doing is getting A, right to C, because B is pay the fine.
Right.
I'm not paying the fine.
Right. So you don't. Okay. So let's look at this. This is the same thing.
Yes, it is.
So you don't pay the fine. Yep. Right? Next thing you know, an IRS agent or a sheriff's deputy, probably because of an instruction from the IRS, a sheriff's deputy is at your house to arrest you.
Yep.
To take you to jail because A, you didn't buy insurance, B, you didn't pay the penalty, and C, what do they call it when you go against a court order? Whatever.
Something bad.
The court order to pay it and you didn't pay it. So that's what you go to jail for.
Didn't pay it.
All right. I agree. It's a stupid law.
Yeah.
But do I yell at the policeman for arresting me or the deputy?
He shouldn't be there. The sheriff's deputy should step up and say, this is stupid.
That is not their job.
It's everybody's job. If we don't all take control of our own destiny.
Thank you. But the avenue to take when you are opposing a law is not through the law enforcement officer.
It's got to start somewhere.
The avenue you take, it's like yelling at the dog.
But they're not dogs.
But use the metaphor and it'll make sense.
Saying. It's his job.
You go to the legislators
it's an excuse.
who are making the laws, and you say to them, you guys...
Forget the legislators.
How can you forget them?
Because if everybody stands up, if every single person in the United States says, I'm not paying my taxes, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Nothing. They're going to not get their damn taxes. That's what they're going to do because everybody stood up and did it. And if everybody stood up and says, I'm not paying this fine for not having insurance because you are not forcing it upon me, then there is no more law because the law became ineffective. Just like I'm not walking in on a missionary position. I don't have an elephant in my bathtub. It is an inefficient and unacceptable way to do things.
You know what? I'm going to tell you win.
No.
Yes, I am.
I don't win.
I'm going to tell you win the argument.
So I'll shut up.
No. I'm just telling you this. Here's why you win. Because you're really right. You're really right that if everybody did it, if everybody rode their bicycle the wrong way down a one-way street, the police would have no way of ticketing all of them.
I forgot what we were talking about.
That's what we were talking about. We were talking about policemen enforcing the law.
Yeah.
Okay. So if everybody in your scenario with the affordable health care or riding the wrong way down a one-way road, if everybody rode the wrong way on a bicycle down the one-way road, the police would have no way of... It's just like the Occupy Wall Street people. There was too many. You couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Okay. But it doesn't change the law. Yeah. All it does is make the lawmakers say, maybe we should change the law.
Yeah.
It doesn't change the law, though, in and of itself.
That's usually the only way it's going to get that law changed, too. If enough people stand up, because the other process.
Well, you're not going to get an argument on that. For me, that's what oh my gosh, Dan. That is what I've stood for forever.
Yeah.
I've stood for. That's why we do what we do.
Yep.
So that there's a listening audience that says, holy cow, those guys on the radio are making some sense.
Yeah.
We need to stand up and say, that's a crazy law. That's that Common Core education stuff. Making our children read stuff we don't want them to read. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Oh, guy went to pick up his kid at the high school. You saw that story. Remember that one?
Yes.
Got arrested.
Yes.
Arrested,
but the arresting officer is not the one to take.
Did you see the video?
No.
He was a jerk.
Oh, wait. All right. So, again, hey, same thing I said to you. I wasn't there.
Yeah. Well, we were in video. We saw it. The wife videotaped everything. We were there.
So if a police officer is a jerk, then a police officer breaks the law. Simple as that. But if a police officer...
Oh, you can't see me shrug. I'm shrugging my shoulders.
Deputy. If a deputy, if any law enforcement officer is enforcing the law that you don't like, it is not the officer that you should be arguing with. I mean, you will.
Yes and no. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with the officer. I don't want to perpetuate this situation.
I bet you have.
I've been fairly lucky to not have too many, everybody here I know they're just smart. They're common sense. Like, oh yeah, okay. I don't know. I haven't run into
I'm not saying Alec Baldwin should have got a ticket.
Yeah, I know.
I'm saying that if there is a law about bicycles going the wrong way on the street, then the police have no choice but to enforce it. That's their job.
I hear you. I just disagree. You have a choice. Everyone has a choice.
You disagree.
You have a choice to wake up in the morning or to stay in bed. You have a choice whether to go over to him or not go over to him.
So conclusion, what should the police do from now on?
Now on, in that particular case?
In any case. What should the police do?
Use common sense.
Use common sense.
That's all. Just use common sense.
All right.
If there's something else going on down the street, it's a lot more important. Let's prioritize our things here. Let's get our city, our states, our local governments on track to prioritize. He's going the wrong way on a bicycle.
Right.
Somebody's getting killed.
Right.
I need to be somewhere else.
Okay, but you're looking at him right now. You can't stop the person being killed because you don't know where that is. You won't know that till after the fact.
He could be patrolling.
So let me ask you something.
All right, you talk about patrolling.
Let me ask you something. This is more physics than anything else.
Oh, okay.
A car going 45 miles an hour down a road hits a bicycle going 15 miles an hour down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, going in the same direction. How many miles per hour force is that bicyclist hit with?
30.
If the bicyclist is going the other way with the same
15,
numbers,
45, he multiplies it.
Right, so
90.
55. No, it's 40 plus 15, so it's 55.
No, I think it's 45 plus
45
45.
15, so it's 60, right?
I don't know.
60, 45, yeah.
90.
Okay, 60.
It's a lot more.
So it's 60 versus 30.
Mm-hmm.
It's twice as heavy of a hit if he's hit going the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Common sense tells me that I warned this guy, hey, there's a one-way rule for a reason.
Yep.
I'm using my common sense as a police officer to protect. You say serve and protect.
Yep.
I'm serving and protecting this actor because everybody loves this actor.
Yes, and I let him know, and I came up to him. I'm not saying don't come up to him.
And that's what he may have done. But when Alec Baldwin becomes the nutcase that he is, although I like him as an actor.
I hear what you're saying.
When he becomes the nutcase that he becomes sometimes.
The officer got agitated?
Could be.
And said, okay. Yeah, and we don't know that, and that's true. And I'll concede that if that's the case.
But even if he didn't, giving him the ticket is a way to say, you know what? I don't want you to ever do this again for your sake, sir.
Nah, ticket, no. I don't want you to do this. It doesn't stop him from doing it again. It's a ticket. It annoyed him.
Well, then who's
foolish? We're talking about it for a half hour?
Well, then who's foolish?
Yes, and don't get me wrong. If I tell you don't go down that street, listen, there's cars coming. And you do it, and you get killed. Hey, tough. That's your problem. You're dead. That's not my problem anymore.
So bottom line is, I know we've got to go, but your belief is police are not hired to enforce the law.
Not blindly.
My belief is police are hired to enforce the law.
Can I put the not blindly in there? Just not blindly.
That's how
broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios. This is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. A state of emergency declared in San Diego County, where 9 wildfires are burning. Thousands forced to evacuate. The blazes have scorched over 14 square miles. Weather conditions making the fight difficult today. President Obama will help open the 9/11 Memorial Museum today in New York City.
Built beneath the Memorial Plaza, framed by the massive slurry wall that held back the Hudson River during the attack, the space is filled with chilling reminders of one of the worst days in American history. The museum features more than 10,000 artifacts, including exhibits on the Pentagon and Flight 93, with hundreds of hours of film and video and oral histories from witnesses and survivors.
Fox's Rick Leventhal. And in the Turkey mining accident, more than 280 people confirmed dead. Rescue teams continuing the search for some 150 others still missing. Fox News, we report, you decide.
There's more to Fox News Radio than meets the ear. Go behind the headlines and join the conversation on the hottest stories of the day on the Fox News Radio Facebook page. Be a part of the Fox News Radio Facebook fan community. Post comments and tell us your opinions. See behind-the-scenes photos and videos and post your reactions to the stories that matter to you. Click the like button on Facebook and connect with breaking news and features like Fox in the Fast Lane, House Call for Help, and more. Go to Facebook.com/Fox News Radio.
Weeknights, we're busting out a brand new lineup. First, market fraud, government abuse, corruption. At 5, nothing's off limits on money with Melissa Francis. Then, from bloated bank fees to consumer scams. At 6, Jerry's exposing the issues impacting your wallet. Plus, get smart market insight and trusted analysis you won't find anywhere else. At 7, Lou Dobbs is all business. And the first and last name in business, Cavuto, shedding light on the biggest stories making headlines at 8. Only on the Fox Business Network.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test. If this had been an actual emergency, such as a hurricane or tornado, official messages would have followed the alert tones. WOCA serves the Marion County area. This concludes the test of the emergency alert system.
Are you a mom looking for inspiration? Are you creative? Mamazine.com is a lifestyle blog designed for the local mom to be inspired by the beauty of motherhood while staying current on local events and issues. Visit Mamazine.com today to find events around town, recipes, imaginative play ideas, and more. Mamazine.com.
All right, 3 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Kind of overcast. I guess we got a good chance of rain today. 50% is what it said on the forecast.
Is it really?
Yeah, 73 degrees right now, and but nice weather tomorrow.
So. Is it? Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
Tomorrow's your day, right?
Yeah, tomorrow's the day.
Yeah. And just to recap on our debate, the beauty of debate on radio is you have a clock. So we may not have changed anybody's mind. You didn't change mine, really, and I didn't change yours, obviously. But the thing is that's why we debate, is so that we can offer what we consider to be the opinions that have some substance to them, and perhaps make some sense out of something.
Or just sit here and yell at each other for a little while.
But thank goodness there's a clock. And I know a lot of you wanted to get in on that. I saw the phone ringing, but I was digging in there.
All right.
Galen Unold is on the phone from Life South, and one of these days I want to go to the World Trade Center Memorial with Galen. One of my promises to myself is, for some reason, go to the top of the Freedom Tower with him. Oh. Good morning, Galen. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Larry, Dan.
Because
and Robin, of course, is in New York, so.
I know.
Yeah.
It's not opening till next Wednesday, though.
Yeah, the museum's opening up next week, and yeah, that's one of those things that I want to do so badly, is to go and to see the memorial and to see the Freedom Tower.
We will make it a trip. We're working on something, so I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, but we're going to be working on possibility of sending some people up there.
Well, Galen and Robin and I have kind of a bonding point, I guess, at the World Trade Center. I mean, we've argued about it. Of course, we've had a lot of common feelings about it as well, but it's clearly something we're passionate about, so that's why I think it would be a great thing to do.
Yeah. Who isn't passionate about it?
Good point. Yeah, who isn't?
Yeah. Yeah, when you say 9/11, it invokes some type of an emotion.
It does.
That's for sure.
It does.
Yeah.
So where are you right now?
I'm in Ocala today, so I'm getting ready for our tournament tomorrow. So taking care of some stuff here.
And the weather looks good. In fact, the weather looks like it'll cool down just a bit.
I know, high of 80. It's going to be perfect.
It's going to be great tomorrow. Today, not so great.
Yeah, right.
That's okay.
The course will be in great shape. We're excited. Golden Ocala is, out of all the groups that we work with and all the events that we do, and Golden Ocala is by far and away the best that we work with.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because we're going to be there tomorrow, but when you deal with them, the way they take care of every detail, and it's first class, and it's a phenomenal event, and we're really, really proud of our relationship with Golden Ocala and for what they do for us and how they treat us, and it's not just us. I asked, I'm like, are we any different? He goes, why? What? No, and it's a phenomenal golf course. The facilities are just fantastic, and we'd love for you to be a part of it, but if you're not, just know that if you have an event planned, check out Golden Ocala, because it really is that good.
There you go. Nice plug.
That's a beautiful place.
Nice plug for them.
Have you been there yet?
To the golf course?
Well, to the inside, to the clubhouse.
Golden Ocala.
It's just gorgeous.
That's not the same? Is that on the side of the road as
It's on 80th. 80th and 40.
Oh, yes, I have.
Okay.
Oh, I was in there. Yes, I was sketching in there.
Oh, very good.
I went to an event. Yes, I was sketching millionaires.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful, beautiful place.
Really, it's not. The place is beautiful, but the staff is fantastic.
Oh yeah, Larry does a great job over there. Another Larry, the owner.
It's really, really good, and we're excited.
Well, we get to play Amen's Corner.
Yeah.
What is that?
And the golf course is absolutely spectacular. It's 3 holes off of Augusta National, which, as you know, Larry, is where they play the Masters at.
Nice.
Just make fun of me. Go ahead. Make fun of me. I try my best to not do that to anybody.
What do you mean? I wasn't making fun of you. I know you know where Augusta National
he does know where the Masters are played. He knows that.
I know now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known if you asked me. If you gave me a quiz, I wouldn't have known.
I didn't reference a movie,
But it is the greatest game ever played.
Yeah, there you go.
The greatest game ever played.
Bada boom.
Galen, how's the state of the blood supply right now?
We are short of AB pos and AB negative. That's really where we're at right now. And
Still.
and it'll take us several weeks to build back up that inventory. Just to give you guys an idea, so out of all the donors we have, less than 1,000 of them are AB.
Wow.
How many donors? What is the percentage on that?
Only 4% of the population is a type AB.
How much?
So it's 4%.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's pretty tiny, and
yeah, that is harsh.
So somebody.
We had one donor use 150 plasma units. So that's we just have to overcome that. That's going to take us a couple of.
If somebody doesn't know their blood type, Galen, can they come into you?
Yeah, we can figure that out.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
Right away. Just take your blood.
I don't know. I didn't know what the rules were.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's because you want to come in, Dan, and
you donate blood.
I know what type mine is. I've donated blood. I know what my type is.
All right, just asking.
What is your type?
Blondes.
Blondes.
Brunettes.
I think you owe me a beer tomorrow, Dan, just so we're clear. Make sure you bring your wallet. Hey, and by the way, Dan will be doing the after-round ceremonies, and we have a silent auction, and Dan is our MC, and that's how we cover his green fee tomorrow.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Is that what you're doing?
I got roped into that last year, and apparently this year
you're
too.
good at it, obviously. All right.
He is. He's better than me, and so the first meeting we had is like, well, is that guy from the radio station going to be there again? I'm like, yeah. He goes, okay, do you think you could ask him to do it so you don't need me anymore? So I'm out. Great. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate that.
Sorry about that, brother. Not really. No, that's fun. It is fun. I won't lie.
Are you giving out awards for the worst shot?
Yeah, no, not the worst shots, just the best shot. But the prizes are incredible.
Yeah, like what?
Oh, round of 4 to TPC was one of the auctions. What was last year's?
We got rounds of golf to Saddlebrook this year. We've got
a private pilot, private jet ride was one year.
Wow.
Yeah, we had that one year. We always. We work really hard at getting stuff. So
they're incredible.
And our goodie bag is second to none in the area.
I've heard. Some guy on the radio was telling me.
Yeah, it's second to none. It's phenomenal, and it's we're really proud of this tournament and what it's become. And we have one opening because somebody canceled yesterday. So
one person opening. Not a team.
One foursome. So we had somebody cancel yesterday, and so now we have one foursome.
All right, Galen, how do they get in touch with you for that? Let's get that while we're talking about it. How do they?
Can call me. They can call me at 425-1044, or they can go online to 5pointsoflife.org and they can register there. But we have one foursome left, and we've limited it so that the round of golf doesn't take 6 hours. So we only allow 64 players, and right now we're at 60. So.
Nice.
All right. So maybe you'll get 4 more people just from mentioning it.
Yeah, just call Galen 425-1044 and get your last foursome in there.
Does the Chicago Parker play golf?
Oh, you should invite him. He could park the golf cart next to you.
No.
In your spot.
Gosh. I stayed in my car yesterday just to time it. It took 9.5 minutes.
Oh, no.
You're kidding.
Yesterday.
That's not true.
No, I really, again, I've had somebody, you're exaggerating. I'm like, I'm not.
There's no way.
Really not.
That's impossible.
You haven't seen this guy park?
9.5 minutes?
His average is like probably 11.
That's what we've got left, so we better get to it. 9.5 minutes.
So
I'm not up there today, so I won't see him.
Galen, there's a topic I had for today. I didn't mention it earlier, but it is the Urban Dictionary. Have you heard of the Urban Dictionary?
Yeah, I use it a lot because,
Do you?
And here's the thing.
Wow.
So if your child comes home and says something, you're like, wait a second.
LOL, Dad.
Yes.
I understand
OMG.
what he's saying. Well, it's all that stuff, and it's like, you think you know what it means.
Right,
because it may have meant something to our generation.
Right.
And then you're like, what?
Exactly.
All right.
That's what the Urban Dictionary is for, so that you're up to date on what the new meaning of things is.
Sound cool.
All right,
That's exactly right.
so the one I want to ask you first is the title of a movie that came out that opened April 25th. It's a brand new movie. Does not have the best reviews, but it looks silly and fun.
Oh, is it a comedy?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's called Walk of Shame. Have you heard of Walk of Shame, the movie? First of all,
I have not yet.
No, I don't think I have.
Okay. Do you know what Walk of Shame means?
I do know what the Walk of Shame means.
What is the Walk of Shame?
It's after a long night of drinking, and it's 7 a.m. or something like that, and you're walking home.
Okay, that's good enough. If you're seen walking across,
It's typically a female, and you're at a college campus.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're on Big Bang Theory, and then it's the Walk of Shame.
And what happened during the night is anybody's guess. Drinking is a nice thing to say.
Well, yes, drinking is the lighter side of that. Usually, that's what I was going to say.
Well,
because
usually, what happens, it's the result of someone drinking.
yes,
yeah,
and ending up with somebody they were not planning on ending up with.
Right.
All right.
That's usually how that
so they're walking home in the same clothing you saw them in yesterday.
Yep.
And
absolutely.
Disheveled look, head down.
And if you go online, you can get a Walk of Shame kit that you keep with you at all times in case this happens.
Oh my gosh.
And in the kit you got a special shirt, special backpack, and
that's a hoochie mama bag.
I will tell you this. We do a marathon on the University of Florida campus, and one of the things you have to do is you have to go out and place cones. And so you place cones somewhere between 4 and 6 in the morning. And every year we count how many people we find doing the Walk of Shame.
Nice.
Oh, that's funny.
Do they knock the cones over?
Well, anyway,
you're usually so embarrassed, and they walk really quickly with their head down with a hoodie. you'll notice a lot of them have the hoodie fully employed.
But that's what the hoodie was created for, was the Walk of Shame.
In the movie The Walk of Shame, the main actress is Elizabeth Banks, and she plays the role of a lady who has one of those.
Let me see her.
One of those nighttime stands that you're talking about, and while she's there, she gets a call of her. The dream job is available, and it's to be the anchor on some TV show, some TV news show. Mm-hmm. And so, oh my God! So she's got to get there, but of course, as she goes outside, her car is being towed away, and now she does everything possible, and she's in the same yellow dress the entire film, according to the trailer. Anyway, I just watched the trailer.
Oh, okay, all right.
So I have some other, and I'll just kind of ask you if you know what they are. In the Urban Dictionary, do you know what TOing is?
No.
TOing?
TOing?
No, I don't know.
All right, it's to have relations with an imaginary person. To have relations with an imaginary person.
Who makes this stuff up?
That's TOing.
Oh, it's Teoing. Is it TAO?
No, TE apostrophe. I'm sorry, T apostrophe OING. TOing.
Yeah, that's after Manti Te'o of the Notre Dame.
Oh, saying you slept with someone, but they're not really a person.
Well, no, he had this long distance virtual
reality I got it now. Yeah,
relationship.
Okay. So that's where it comes from.
She died, and then it turned out that it was a big joke.
Yeah.
Yes, that's where it came from.
Got it.
Okay, now do you know what a dude bro is? Dude bro, the word dude bro. You know
I haven't heard that one.
No?
Dude, bro.
Yeah, it's kind of right. This is a guy, usually between 18 and 24, usually Caucasian, who refers to his friends as dude and or bro in the same sentence.
Yeah.
What's up, dude, bro? Bro, what's up, dude?
I don't know if I've ever done it both in the same sentence.
Yeah. That was a West Coast thing, probably.
Yeah, brah.
Yeah.
Anybody who says brah, you're like, really?
Well, that was,
really
what is it, Keanu Reeves era there a little bit with Point Break, remember?
Yeah.
Bro, I saved your life.
You've got to, whenever you use the word dude, then you have to go to the, what was the name of the movie with what's his name in it?
Dude, Where's My Car?
No, the Bowler guy. It's a great movie.
The Borg guy?
Me.
What?
The bowling guy.
Oh, okay.
What's his name?
We have our call coming.
Just kept going.
So I have. I know. I'm sorry. I have to. The phone is ringing. But there is one more. It's Ann Curried. Ann Curried is the other Urban Dictionary. Yeah. You know what that means to be Ann Curried?
I don't.
No.
It means to be fired without a reason. Remember Ann Curry was on the Today Show?
Oh, yeah. Well, that was the whole Matt Lauer thing.
She was really good. And this continues to be really good. But they let her go just because maybe she wasn't quite as pretty. Who knows why?
Well, didn't she have a fight with, what's his name?
Matt Lauer?
Lead anchor?
Could be. Yeah. Could be, yeah.
He won. He won that argument.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there we go. I'm not a fan of the 20 after interviews either, by the way, but we have to do them.
You got another one?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
All right, where's the Bloodmobile today?
By the way, the movie I was referring to is called The Big Lebowski.
Oh, okay. John Goodman.
His name was Dude. Yeah,
Yep.
John Goodman was in it.
Yep.
All right, I'm sorry,
That's
Larry.
okay. That's okay.
Sorry.
So where's the Bloodmobile, Galen?
Bloodmobile today is at the Walmart on Easy Street.
Oh, right next to us.
It's fairly close to you, yes.
Awesome.
And if you can't get there, go on Silver Springs Boulevard. Life South is right there next to the Cascades. And in Denellen, it's right next to Winn-Dixie. Used to be known as...
Where you can use any urban term you like, just as long as you donate. How's that? That's good, right?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. That's one in a row for you, Dan.
Just if they're members of the Tea Party, don't call them teabaggers. Just don't do that.
Oh.
Just don't do that.
Wow.
I don't even think that's FCC legal.
Wow. Oh, wow.
No, it's nothing wrong with
If you don't know what that is, Urban Dictionary.
It's a Lipton tea thing. Come
Send
on.
your complaints to Lady
It's
Whitler.
Lipton. Come
P.O.
on.
Box.
Lipton. All right, Ken.
All right, have a great day, Larry.
Sorry, you have a good day. All right, sorry, it's not my fault. Veterans are the foundation upon which our freedom is built. Listen to The Source, WOCA, each Thursday at 9 a.m. to Veterans News with Hank Whittier from Vets Helping Vets. You'll hear tributes, information on veterans issues, and stories that will make you laugh, cry, and feel proud. Veterans News always focuses on the military, past and present, and on our first responders. Veterans News is brought to you each week by Palm Chevrolet, where supporting the community is the Palm Chevy way, and by Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery, keeping you blooming since 1952.
Legally Yours, brought to you by Fuller & Fuller Attorneys at Law. On the air every Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. with John Fuller, a board-certified civil trial lawyer for over 25 years. John welcomes your questions, from business to complex family matters to legal disputes. So tune in every Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. for Legally Yours with John Fuller, right here on WOCA 1370 AM and 96.3 FM, The Source.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing. Our tractor services include bush hog, disking, front end loader, box blade, and stump grinding. We also have zero-turn mowers for the smaller paddocks, aisleways, fence rows, and lawn care. Fence row spraying is also available for weed control. We are licensed and insured. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440, or online at powellgene, Gene, at yahoo.com. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing.
Habitat for Humanity of Marion County is a ministry dedicated to improving lives by providing affordable and decent housing. Help them help others by visiting the Habitat for Humanity Ocala Restore at 926 Northwest 27th Avenue. To schedule a donation, give us a call at 401-0075 and we'll come pick it up. For more information, visit ocalarestore.org. Habitat for Humanity of Marion County. Building homes, building hope, building community.
Thank you, Brad. 21 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. This morning we had this announcement about a ribbon cutting tomorrow at a cupcake bakery downtown. Not downtown, but over by the Bonefish Grill. And it's exciting, isn't it? A new business opening up, right?
It is. It is.
It's exciting for us as people because, hey, a cupcake.
It's exciting for me to see the economy.
That's exciting. And it's got to be exciting for them, too, the folks behind this cupcake place.
It is.
And forgive me, the name of the cupcake place is called Small Cakes, by the way.
Small Cakes.
On the phone is Jay DeMarteau. He's the head of small business somewhere.
TD Bank.
I think it's TD Bank. He's going to tell us what it's like to run a small business and what advice should be given to small business owners, including our friends over at the new cupcake store, bakery. Good morning, Jay. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Larry. Dan, how are you guys?
Doing good, thank you, sir.
Pretty good. Where are you?
I'm in our headquarters in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, but we do have a lot of stores and corporate offices down near you guys in Orlando.
You just woke up, didn't you? I can hear it in your voice.
He has such a nice smooth voice.
Yeah, it sounds like I need a donut. I need a cupcake or something. Yeah,
you can come down here and get a cupcake at the new cupcake business.
What is it called? Cherry Hill, New Jersey? Cherry Hill?
Yeah, it's just right outside of Philadelphia.
Okay.
Okay.
You did just wake up, didn't you? What time did you wake up? You looked at your clock. You said, "Oh, damn it! I got to call that radio station in Florida." It is exciting.
Yeah,
Dan was commenting
Monday
that
I was in San Francisco. That would have been a tough call.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. You were out. Wow. So do you travel a lot?
765. Yeah.
I do. We have stores from Maine to Florida, so I go up and down our footprint a lot. 2 weeks ago, I was in Florida, in Orlando. That was great. And then Monday, I was at a small business conference all the way out in San Francisco.
Wow. How many are there?
And it's interesting, TD Bank calls their banks stores. I find that interesting.
Huh.
We open some and we close some. As we've, acquired different banks and looked at different markets, it's a constant mix of opening and closing. But net, we open more than we close every year. So we constantly grow our store count.
So a bank that's called a store implies that you can go in and buy something like money. You can go buy money.
I'll give you $1 for $1.
You pointed out something that is kind of key to our existence. We view them as stores versus a branch, because we think a store implies more of a retail presence, which identifies a customer and providing great service. So we kind of build our model around convenience and customer service, and we try to do it in everything, like changing, the language we use.
But in essence, when you get a small business loan, you really are buying money. You're paying for money. You lend me, $20,000, and I'm going to pay you $23,000 or whatever it ends up being, right?
Yep.
I mean, nothing wrong with
that's
that.
a good way to think of it.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
It's a nice way to be able to do something you couldn't do otherwise.
That is true. Yeah.
I have no idea how
today's interest rates. You can get a much better deal than paying $23,000 back on $20,000.
Really?
See that? Not bad.
I would have said even higher.
Great rates these days.
Yeah, I didn't know. I just took a shot at the dark. I had no idea.
I would have said 30.
We have some TD banks, obviously, in our community here. Do you have the statistics on us? Do you know, or did you look it up? How many do we have around here?
In the greater Orlando area, I don't know off the top of my head. I know in Winter Park, that's where our commercial office is headquartered.
Okay.
So, and I'll have to go dig out for you guys and find out how many we have right there. But I know, in the whole state, we probably have close to 300.
Wow.
I got a nice water bowl for my dog from TD Bank.
Yes, you did, didn't you? You did. That's right.
I sure did. So what's new this year as the economy recovers? I'm hoping I'm saying that correctly. I mean, it's a good time now to start a business, isn't it?
We've seen in the last probably 10 months, there's a statistic that we watch very closely, and it's the kind of launches of new businesses versus the closures. Crudely, we call it a birth-death index.
Oh.
And, pre-2008, there were more small businesses opening than closing. And then after the Great Recession for almost 3 years, there were more closing than opening. And, last year they started to turn back into the positive. So we watch those two lines very closely. And it gives you a good, good indicator on how people feel about starting a small business in this economy.
And is it across the board, in other words, across the nation, or are some areas booming and others not so much?
It does vary, but when we look at it across the nation. We look at it also in our footprint. And Florida, you guys have a ton of small businesses there.
Yeah.
You have over 3 million small businesses. And it really is a very fertile ground. And, in my group, the small business banking group at TD, we have a lot of people there that focus on small business. It's such a big opportunity.
Is it looked upon differently if a customer comes to you for a small? Let's say Dan and I want to open up Larry and Dan's ice cream shop.
Woohoo! Ice cream.
Okay.
Yep.
Or we come to you with Larry and Dan's franchise of Ben and Jerry's, or what's another ice cream?
No, I hear you. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, franchise versus original.
So if we're buying into a franchise versus just starting our own, does the banker look at that differently?
Very good question. I started a group about 18 months ago that specifically looks at the restaurant industry, because the restaurant industry is different. And the short answer to your question is yes. A franchise system, from a banking perspective, offers kind of a known construct that the franchisee operates in. So they offer generally, a brand name. Nothing against the Dan and Larry names, because they're great names, but Ben and Jerry's is more known because Ben and Jerry's have been selling ice cream for years and spending lots of money on product development and marketing.
Yeah, right.
So we do look at franchise loans and loans to franchisees of franchise systems differently than we look at independent loans. Doesn't mean we don't do both. To be frank, I think we probably at this point in our existence have more loans to independent restaurants than we do franchise systems.
Oh, really?
Sooner or later, there might be a franchise.
I thought it would be the other way around. Yeah.
And we're growing the franchise side of the business. So some of the people I've brought in know how to look at those, look at those programs much more effectively. But at the end of the day, kind of what you're getting to, if you want to start a small business and you want to figure out if you can get money or not, best thing to do is early on. And this even comes out in our survey, which I think is great. You got to put together a business plan and start talking to a banker, months before when you have the idea.
Good advice.
As opposed to when you've already bought your first 20 barrels of ice cream, your scoops, and have hired 20 people, and you're ready to go. Thinking about your cash flow cycle and putting together a plan and kind of tying those two things together, and then figuring out if you're loan worthy. in the eyes of a bank, are really critical steps. And it's funny, in the survey we just did, small business owners, they do everything you would expect, right? They go out and they start a business because they want to be independent. They love serving customers. They get, for lack of a better term, a high when they work with customers and they can satisfy their customers.
Jay, we're up against the
They don't like spending as much time on planning and, kind of looking at the finances of their business.
Jay,
the advice they would give to somebody is, starting a new business is, make sure you do a good business plan.
All right, Jay, thank you very much.
Guys to do too.
Thank you so much. We have to run.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. A state of emergency declared in San Diego County, where 9 wildfires are burning. Thousands forced to evacuate. The blazes have scorched over 14 square miles. Weather conditions making the fight difficult today. President Obama will help open the 9/11 Memorial Museum today in New York City.
Built beneath the Memorial Plaza, framed by the massive slurry wall that held back the Hudson River during the attack, the space is filled with chilling reminders of one of the worst days in American history. The museum features more than 10,000 artifacts, including exhibits on the Pentagon and Flight 93, with hundreds of hours of film and video and oral histories from witnesses and survivors.
Fox's Rick Leventhal. And in the Turkey mining accident, more than 280 people confirmed dead. Rescue teams continuing the search for some 150 others still missing. Fox News, we report, you decide.
There's more to Fox News Radio than meets the ear. Go behind the headlines and join the conversation on the hottest stories of the day on the Fox News Radio Facebook page. Be a part of the Fox News Radio Facebook fan community. Post comments and tell us your opinions. See behind-the-scenes photos and videos and post your reactions to the stories that matter to you. Click the like button on Facebook and connect with breaking news and features like Fox in the Fast Lane, House Call for Help, and more. Go to Facebook.com/Fox News Radio.
Weeknights, we're busting out a brand new lineup. First, market fraud, government abuse, corruption. At 5, nothing's off limits on money with Melissa Francis. Then, from bloated bank fees to consumer scams. At 6, Jerry's exposing the issues impacting your wallet. Plus, get smart market insight and trusted analysis you won't find anywhere else. At 7, Lou Dobbs is all business. And the first and last name in business, Cavuto. Shedding light on the biggest stories making headlines at 8. Only on the Fox Business.
Yeehaw! Howdy, folks. RL here to invite you to DQ. Dairy Queen is serving the crispiest, juiciest, most tasty chicken tenders, all beef chili dogs, and quarter-pound cheeseburgers on earth. And you get crispy fries, a drink, and an ice cream sundae of your choice for only $5. Remember, at DQ, you can lick their gums, but you can't beat their shakes. Dairy Queen, Silver Springs, where they always treat you like kings and queens.
Hey, it's Chrissy with Ocala Mac and PC Repair and Ocala Guest Wi-Fi to let you know we have you covered. We are the only local certified Apple and Microsoft computer company in Ocala. We are family owned and operated. From mobile repair to wireless networks, viruses, new systems, or security cameras, we do it all. Check us out online, OcalaMacPC.com, or give us a call, 352-566-8324.
Tell them Nick, Madison, or Mason sent you and get free diagnostic.
Get your internet telephone service from the company that brought affordable internet service to Ocala in the first place. All is Safe is a sister company of Ocala Guest Wi-Fi, a company you've known and trusted for all your internet needs. Whether you need a phone or hundreds, we've got the products and services to meet your needs both now and in the future. Our plans include everything from local and long-distance calling to equipment maintenance and even software upgrades. You can count on All is Safe to give you cost certainty knowing that your bill will be the same next week, next month, or even next year. Call 352-450-8647 today to learn how to cut your monthly telephone bill up to 60%.
This is the Salvation Army, and I'm Major George Patterson to let you know that the Salvation Army is available 24 hours a day to provide help to anyone. We also have a family store at 120 Northwest 10th Street in Ocala. On Tuesday to Saturday from 9 to 4, you can do your shopping, or if you want to donate, you can call 352-732-4469, and we'll even pick up 352-732-4469. All funds generated by our store go into the programs here in Marion County to help the needy.
In honor of our great American war heroes, Palm Chevrolet of Ocala will make history during our pre-memorial sales event. We must sell 178 vehicles to break our all-time sales record. Every vehicle at historically low prices. Get the biggest discounts and the most for your trade-in with no hassle or negotiations. Get up to $7,000 more than your old car is worth. 2014 Chevy Cruze, just $149 per month. Or get up to $10,000 off all remaining 2014 Silverado trucks. Plus, the lowest rates for all types of credit. Fast and easy, even if your credit is less than perfect. Plus, all military personnel, active duty, reserves, retired, includes spouses, will receive additional military rebates on top of our low prices. Thank you for your service. Palm Chevrolet of